Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, September 12th.
So it actually made it up to a Category 5 a couple days ago. It did, and it was what they call rapidly intensifying, so it became very strong very quickly.
Hurricane Lee is one of the more powerful storms we've witnessed this season. However, Flagler County Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord says, fortunately, it will not be making its way to Flagler County.
Hurricane Lee, everyone's seen it on the news recently. There's quite a powerful storm out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. In the next couple of days, hopefully it'll start turning and heading more northward and kind of parallel the coast of Florida through next weekend. We are lucky that the storm is not coming directly here.
But Hurricane Lee does pose a threat to Flagler County.
Because of the size of the storm, we are expecting large swells and breakers and rough surf starting Tuesday or Thursday, heading throughout the weekend. Some of these breakers will be quite large, as high as maybe even 7 feet. So we do expect potentially to see some dune erosion and beach erosion, but even more importantly that we're already seeing is a high risk for rip currents. We definitely encourage people to stay out of the water when there is a high risk of rip currents. And if you decide to go in anyway, that you make sure you know how to get out of a rip current if you get caught in one, which the key factor there is swimming parallel to the shore. Don't try to fight the current, you'll get tired out. Rip currents do not pull you under. Large waves might, but rip currents do not. So if you can swim parallel to the shore or wait until the rip breaks and then make your way back to shore when you can. Or if you need help, wave your arms and scream, and our 911 system will come out and rescue you, but we would rather people stay out of the water when we have these high risks of rip currents.
Also, we're still in the middle of hurricane season, so it's important to stay informed by listening to WNZF, and
we definitely recommend people visit our website, flaglercounty.gov/emergency. We have a lot of resources on there, including our disaster preparedness guide. You can look up whether or not you're in a potential hurricane evacuation zone. You can sign up for training programs. And if you don't have access to the internet, all of our libraries and city halls and county administration buildings all have copies of that guide available for pickup as well.
Hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Should Flagler Beach have its own police department or save money and rely on the county? New Flagler Beach City Manager Dale Martin says this question came up in his previous job.
We ran into this challenge in Fernandina Beach where people are like, yep, it's getting too costly. Why don't you disband them and go with the county? Fernandina Beach actually changed their charter to disband the police or fire department requires a vote of the people, which I don't think you'd ever be able to sustain in that community or any community. But what's interesting in the small town police departments is the responsiveness and the knowledge that small department, we only have roughly 15 officers on our staff, so it becomes the responsiveness and the knowledge of individual residents and the community that the local police department is able to provide. The sheriff has a lot of response. It's such a much larger geographic area, and they got to cover the whole area, and they can't devote the time and resources that our staff can.
The Flagler Beach Police Department serves a population of about 5,500 people. The Palm Coast City Council invites residents to its workshop this morning. The meeting begins at 9 a.m. Topics include cellular coverage, electric vehicles, special events, and more. Public comments are welcome at the beginning and end of the meeting. All meetings are streamed on YouTube and open to the public at Palm Coast City Hall. Can you join traditions with newness? You can if you're FPC Athletic Director Scott Drabzik. Drabzik is now the head of Florida Palm Coast High School Athletics, but also has been a part of Matanzas High School.
To understand and appreciate the legacy and the tradition that Bulldog Athletics has had over 49 years, right? Our 50th anniversary is coming up here soon next year, is truly remarkable. To give a little background for me, my first coaching job was at Matanzas High School in 2005 when I graduated college, and I coached golf and baseball there.
Drabzik said that Matanzas is trying to build the same legacy and tradition that FPC has built. The Potato Bowl is this Friday at 7 o'clock right here on WNZF as the FPC Bulldogs and the Matanzas Pirates battle it out for Flagler County football supremacy. Common Grounds is on WNZF on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, how does athletics compare to other things in school? And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.